Welcome back to the Coalition of Friends YouTube channel. My name is Garrett, and today I'm bringing you a review for Bill and Ted Face the Music. This is a third Bill and Ted film. It has been 29 years since we got the last one, and I kind of liked it. It's fun. So I haven't seen the Bill and Ted films before. I watched the first two for this film. I watched all three of them on the same day. So all three are fresh in my brain, and I got opinions. The first one is fine. It's a lot of fun. Second one, there are scenes I like in it, but overall, I really don't like that film, especially like lines that are said that are very problematic, but that's besides the point. And this new film brings back the characters of Bill and Ted and the princesses and a bunch of other characters from the previous two films in a pretty fun way. It's very built on nostalgia. The stuff that's good in this film is stuff that they did in the first film, and I'll get into that later. But let's start with the acting. Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves as Bill and Ted respectively. They're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun in the first two films, and they continue being excellent at these characters with this film. I love the way these characters talk. You know, their most long word that you wouldn't expect these two characters to know, but they know. That kind of comedy is fun to me, and even their daughters do it. And I'm not saying their daughters are stupid. I think they're of higher intelligence than Bill and Ted are, which is shown in the film. Unfortunately, though, the stuff Bill and Ted do in this film, I don't like. Their scenes are them going to the future to meet their future selves because they have to write a song that's going to unite the universe in 77 minutes. And so they're being lazy and they want to go to the future where they would have already written the song so they can have the song and whatnot. But by the third time we see these characters again as their older selves, I was bored. I wanted something different. And I didn't enjoy those scenes. They got stale. However, this is contrasted with what Samara Weaving and Brigette Lundy-Paine are doing in the film. They are Bill and Ted's daughters, or Bill and his princess, Ted and his princess, their daughters. They are best friends as well, and I don't know if they are in high school or if they're older, because this is like a 2020 that they're currently in. And they got born. I'm assuming it took them 16 months on the guitar in the second film. The kids were born. So I'm at least say they have to be 30. Unless these are just separate kids from the other ones and we don't get to see any of the other kids. Anywho, Thea and Billy get to go to the past. And this is where I like the film. This is the nostalgia that the first one has that worked really well of our characters going to the past and then you seeing all these historical figures act together and be around each other. That is so much fun for me. I love the ensemble that they bring together for the people from the past. Lots of fun. I would say this film is very predictable. I don't know, it's not so serious of a film that its predictability is too much of a bother. There is some atrocious blue screen rooms in this film, to the point that it reminded me of the prequel Star Wars films and what George Lucas did with blue screen rooms. It looked incredibly bad, and I was they're not even walking on what they're walking on. They're probably walking on a blue floor. Everything around these characters is fake, and it looks disgusting. Another problem, the princesses Joanna and Elizabeth get to do a little bit more in this film. I wish they were more important. I would have liked to have seen their fish out of water stuff of them getting used to the world, but they kind of just skip over that in the first two films and just deal with it. These characters are here. But I would have liked also to have seen them like still struggling with that in this film. I know they didn't like their lives as the princesses that they were. I don't know, give them more depth. They kind of did that with this film. They go off on their own adventure, but we don't get to really see their adventure unless our Bill and Ted in our time is physically there as well. Would have been fine with that as a C-plot, but no. Couldn't make your film like 10 minutes longer. Another problem I had with the film is that its characters they don't really care about outside of the main core ones Ted's dad gets to do stuff, but it's a future Ted's dad. And then, like, the third act, or, like, the finale stuff, he's just gone, but we know he's physically there, but we don't get to see him, and there's no more closure with that character, which sucks. Like, I like what they did with the dad throughout the films. Kristen Shaw is one of my favorite voice actors. I love her as Mabel in Gravity Falls. I fucking love her Louise. She's so funny in Bob's Burgers. And she gets to start as like a serious-ish character and over time get more funny. That was a lot of fun to see her be acting as a person instead of just talking into a microphone. So that was cool. I might be bashing on this film a little bit too hard. It is funny. There's a lot of stuff that's funny. Again, it's what the daughters do that gave me the most fun in this film. And the stuff with Bill and Ted at the beginning of their adventures in this film, it's a little bit fun. And again, it just gets stale as it went on. I would say it's shot well. I didn't notice anything egregious in the directing or cinematography. The script is just your normal Bill and Ted script. You're not going to get anything super amazing, and you're not going to get anything super trash. Luckily, they didn't say anything offensive in this film, so that's fine. So in the end, this film is just okay. I think it could have been a lot worse. Maybe could have been a little bit better, but at least it wasn't bad. And this film showed that this franchise was worth going back into. So I'm going to give this film a 7 out of 10. So if you've seen Bill and Ted, let me know in the comments down below what you thought about it. If you liked this video, give it a like. If you want to see more of my movie reviews, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye! This film, you'll also get to see a chubby Keanu Reeves and like a super buff Keanu Reeves, and I was digging it. Also, stay through the entire credits. You're welcome.